Alright, guys, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I am Sergeant Alpha. After a very long break, I am back, and really quick, just a few things here. First of all, where I've been, as where I left off my old subscribers, and what some of you guys don't know, was I had been in the process of applying to a police department when a trucking company gave me an offer. So I put the police department aside for the time being and went down to do some training for a truck company. Well, you know what they say about best laid plans. I was had done all my CDL training. I was just on my last week. And basically, all I had to do was finish my road course hours, do the driving test, and I was set. Well, about the second or third day into that, I was on my way to the school, and somebody pulled out in front of me in my personal truck, and I didn't have anywhere to go, and I hit them. And the way the police North Carolina law is, if you have any kind of wreck when you have a CDL, you get suspended for a certain amount of period. So my license was actually suspended there for a month or two until I got all that worked out. And it actually disqualified me from trucking for a little while. So I ended up coming back to my old job for a little bit, and then I got a job with another pretty big company. And that's where I've been pretty much the last year, and why I haven't recorded or streamed anything. I've just been so busy with that new company. Literally, I'm working minimum 40 hours a week. It's one day I'll work, say, 2 to 11. The next day I'll work 8 to 5. One day I'll work 11 to 8. The next day I'll be working something completely different. So it's something like that. And then between that and getting another place set up since I moved out of my apartment, the process with that old job, and getting everything resituated again. I've just been really busy, haven't had any time to record anything at all, and I apologize for that, but hopefully I will be back to save around for a little bit this time. Second thing, since I've kind of rebooted my recording and streaming, I have set up a Facebook page. It will be the same name pretty much as the YouTube channel. It will be Sergeant Alpha 5 Gaming. The only thing different is it's Sergeant Alpha 5 Gaming instead of Sergeant Alpha 5 for Facebook. And once I get this uploaded, I'll go ahead and try to have that link in the description for you guys. And I'm also going to try to stream on Twitch this time around. I've always had Twitch. It kind of got put on the back burner, and I kind of forgot about there for a little while. And then once I got this new computer, which is the reason I'm starting all over again with American Truck Sim, I got this new computer, and I set everything up again. I was like, oh yeah, I have Twitch. So we'll be trying to stream on Twitch, record on YouTube, probably do a little bit of streaming on YouTube as well. So I know that's where most of my viewer market is right now. Pretty much all of you guys found me on YouTube. There's a couple of you found me through other ways. But if you guys try to contact me on here, I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. But you can always get a hold of me through Facebook on that Sergeant Alpha 5 gaming page. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into this nice Peterbilt day cab. I forget which number it is. I haven't played this in quite a while. And another thing that you will notice, in opposed to my previous episodes, there will be no realistic mods for companies, trucks, trailers, anything really. And the reason behind is, when I started this, I tried to do a mod or two, and it just kept crashing my game. I don't know if it's because I'm running a beta to where I can have my own trailer here, as you can see right there behind me, or if it's just that the mods I had were so outdated because I haven't played this game in a year and a half. Probably a little bit of both. But here for this episode, and probably the next episode or two, I'll just be running the stock STS American Truck Sim. No mods in it yet. We'll go ahead and get underway. And I know that I had promised you guys, or some of you guys anyway, that I would try to live stream LSPDFR today as well. It turns out I had some stuff come up to where I was going to have to meet someone, and I was going to try to take my laptop with me since I have a laptop today and record while I was waiting on him. I got there and my new mic that I was picking up was picking up everything under the sun, including my voice, and I just didn't want all that background noise kind of flooding everything out for you guys and kind of ruining it. So I'm just going to go ahead and record this episode, kind of talk to you guys a little bit, and then I will try to do something LSPDFR related. I guess I'll just go through, show you guys which cars I'll be using this time around, and I'll try to show you guys some of the scripts I'm running. And that way, if you want to see something that you like and you want to go ahead and try it out, you know it's out there, you can kind of know what to expect in the upcoming LSPDFR episodes. Let's see, we got a green light. We're going to go ahead and go through here. And I forgot to show you guys what we're doing. So once I get through this turn here, we're going to go ahead and pull that up for you. We are hauling tableware from Kingman, or to Kingman Walmart from Los Angeles. And that should take us about, or we have completely forgot how to read this here. Sorry about that. We have right under 70 hours, so a little under 3 days to complete this. So we should, it's 3 days. Kind of have brain talk right there as well. We have a little under 3 days to complete this, so we will have plenty of time because we're headed out to Arizona. So we're going to have to go through California to get there. I'm guessing that's why they're giving us so long to get this done, with the statewide 55-mile-an-hour speed limit for California, but they'll kind of pick up the pace once we cross into Arizona. For this trip, we're going to be making a little over $10,000, as long as we don't damage anything. I'll go ahead and pick up the pace here. And another thing about my channel, previously you guys seen a lot of LSPDFR. That was, of course, be staying. American Truck Sim, the main reason I started it was to kind of talk to you guys, because we're not really doing anything but driving. And so it kind of gave me time to think of what I was going to say, instead of being in LSPDFR where I would be in the middle of telling you guys something and then we would say you get a shots fired or an officer down or something like that, and I would kind of lose my whole train of thought when we came back to it. So it was just kind of easier to talk to you guys, that you guys knew what everything was going on. Have less to focus on around me going on. So probably, if nothing else, American Truck Sim will stay around for just that. I believe this time around I have a working 5M build. I talked to another YouTuber before I disappeared on you guys about possibly setting something up on 5M. I talked to him again recently, and he's still open to it, so something may come from that. We're going to have to work out the details on that as well. And from there, we will try to work in Prison Architect. If you haven't heard of it, it is pretty fun for the kind of game it is. It's pretty much a top-down, kind of arcade-like builder. It's not exactly arcade, but that's kind of the way I think of it. But you build your own prison, manage the prisoners, manage everything that goes on in there, all that good stuff. And I kind of got onto that. I found it when I was looking for something to play on my tablet. Since I was working all the time, I got a tablet and I was looking through games, found it, and tried it out, and I really liked it. And since I really liked it, I got it off of Steam when I got my new computer. And I played it a few times, and there's just so much more that you can do on the PC version than the tablet version. There's more there's mods in general, because the tablet version doesn't really have mods. You have the escape mode where you can kind of go in as a prisoner into your own prison, or you can download a prison off the Steam Workshop and try to break out of it and escape. Or if you're the warden and you have that setting enabled, if you have so many things go wrong, you'll actually be charged with criminal negligence, and you will be thrown in prison kind of in the middle of your game playthrough. But yeah, we'll try to do some campaign with that. It's a pretty short campaign. We will try to build some of our own prisons, and we'll try to break out of them. And we will be downloading a couple off of the Steam Workshop and try to break out of those as well. But we'll have that going for us, and I believe there was a couple other games on my Facebook page that I had mentioned that I would try to bring to the channel, so keep an eye out for those. I'm not sure how those will do, if they'll do good, or if you guys won't like it at all, and I'll just kind of discontinue it after a couple episodes. Just kind of give me some feedback, let me know what you guys think of them, and we'll kind of go from there. And also, since I have American Truck Sim, if you guys want to do any ATS multiplayer, we can do some of that as well. Especially since I haven't looked it up myself, but I have heard that they will be bringing traffic into ATS multiplayer, which I was kind of one of the main reasons I stayed away from it before. It's because on the single player you at least had traffic you had to deal with, and on ATS multiplayer, yeah, you got to play with other guys on it, but at the same time there was no traffic. All you had was you and the other players kind of driving around an empty map. And then of course you had all the guys that would just be there to troll and drive wrong way down the freeway and try to crash into you head on and all that other stuff. So once I kind of get confirmation on if that's going to happen, and if it does, we will definitely be trying that out, you know, and see how you guys like that as well. But for now, you know, that's all I really have planned. You know, just kind of working in my schedule at work. So I'm not exactly down pat on when my schedule to record or stream will be. Now, this was actually the first day since I kind of planned on getting back into it that I had off a part of the day, at least anyway, to get anything out there. And I'd already kind of obligated myself to it earlier on my Facebook page. I said, hey, I'm working Thursday 2 to 11, but I'm supposed to be off Friday, so I'll record something Friday. So I didn't want to immediately turn right back around when I had some kind of commentary going back and forth on my channel from people liking or asking me things, stuff like that, and be like, oh, sorry, you know, I said I was going to do it, but I'm not, you know, I just want to go ahead and at least get something out there for you. And then later on, these will be probably better episodes, you know, better cargo, better destinations. This was just the first one I found. to kind of do anything with, and kind of seemed like a decent distance for this conversation that I kind of have with you guys. I didn't know if it's gonna give me a short one and kind of be halfway through all this and decide, oh, I've got to do another one because I was through telling all these guys these things. But if I don't get a chance to update you through American Truck Sim or one of my other series, or you guys just decide, hey, we don't want to see any of American Truck Sim, my backup plan for kind of keeping you guys informed will be that Facebook page. So like I said, even if you don't look at it every day, just kind of check in from now and then, now and then, and kind of see what's going on. If you don't hear from me for a little bit, I'll try to have some kind of explanation going on. And along with that, there was another game I had just remembered I mentioned on there that I'm actually pretty excited about. It takes a lot for me to get excited about games these days, just because I just think that there's not as many good games coming out anymore. But it is not made by any particular company. It's kind of a fan-based game. And so the development's going to be pretty slow just for that reason alone, since there's not a major gaming company developing it. It just guys getting together and working on it. And because they can't really make any profit off of it because of copyright grounds on what the game is about, it's just even more great these guys are making this game at all. So other than being able to say, hey, we made this game that personally I think will be pretty good. Hey, we made this game and we want to share it with everybody just because we know that there's this community out there that would really enjoy it. So it's just kind of based off of what kind of time frame these guys can work around, off their personal lives, and make this game for a pretty big fan base community that are really excited about it. So once that comes out, I do have a kind of small demo I will do some commentary for you guys on later on. But it will be Stargate Network, and for you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, it's based off of what I thought was one of the best shows ever when I was younger. It was in the 90s and early 2000s. It was Stargate SG-1. Basically, they found this giant ring in ancient Egypt, and at some point the military got a hold of it and they were doing experiments with it, and long story short, this giant ring can send people to other planets because there's symbols on there. You line up the symbols and it's pretty much lines it up with a star map of the galaxy. You go from Earth to whatever planet you put the combination in for. Probably not the best explanation, but just trying to get the gist of it with you guys. But they ran with 10 seasons of this show, just going out to different planets, different aliens threatening Earth, different natural disasters on other planets that they were trying to help on, all kinds of things. So they really have a wide array of ways to go with this game, whether it be they're going after one of the main antagonists of the TV show, whether it's just what the show is basically about, going out, meeting new people, or some type of combination. There's a lot of possibilities for it. That's another reason I'm kind of excited, and I'm really looking forward to see how this game is going to turn out if it doesn't fall through, which I'm really going to be bummed if it does. See, we're gonna go ahead and check our map really quick here, see where we're at. And we are still on the California side of Barstow. But once we get through Barstow, we'll just have to keep heading down 40 and we'll be straight into Kingman. So, not that bad. That might take us a little bit here, but hopefully we can get there pretty quickly. And Emerge NYC was another game that I had done some recording with. I only did one episode at the time because the last time I played it, it was basically you have a half-finished map of New York City. I believe it's Manhattan that you're playing in. But you had some buildings, you had some roads, and then you had big empty spaces where they hadn't modeled the buildings yet. You had a few cars and a few fire trucks that you could drive around in, and that was pretty much it. So all I really had done with that episode was kind of show you guys, hey, there's this new game that's in development. It's basically you're playing as a first responder in New York City. Here's the trucks, and there you go. So, but I looked in on it early this morning before I started recording this, and they've actually made some headway. You have a training ground now where you can go out and kind of test your skill. I've seen other YouTubers where they've actually started putting calls on the map where you go out there and there's fires or what have you, and you actually have a person now that you can get out of the truck and get the equipment off the truck and put out the fires and all kinds of good stuff. So I'll try to do at least another episode or two of that, you know, depending on how you guys like that. But pretty much getting back in the saddle here, it's mostly going to be dictated on what you guys tell me you want to see, because I'm not too sure. See what we have here. Looks like some kind of, oh, don't slam on the brakes, dude. Don't slam on the brakes. Come on. Oh, looks like the car caught on fire over there. And that's actually new, for me at least, on American Truck Sim. You wouldn't really have something sitting on the middle of the road like that, or even the people standing there. And it's actually kind of shocking to me that they are animated, because a lot of these simulation games don't have animated pads like that, even if it is something basic. So we're going to kind of quickly try to get back up to speed here, passing 50. And one thing that I did take out of that truck school, even though I didn't technically finish, was when I got American Truck Sim. Now, I had kind of got it just to fill a hole in my YouTube channel and have something to engage you guys with while I talk to you. But at the truck school, I learned a lot of stuff that truckers would actually do as far as driving and the equipment checks they got to do, all that other stuff. So I'm probably going to implement some of that in the game. I've done it a little bit on my own time, and it actually kind of works out quite well. So, you know, we'll try to do some of that. I'm not doing it right now just because I'm trying to rush to get this video out and turn around and kind of do a short, I emphasize it will be short video of GTA 5 with some LSPDFR stuff. And I'm sorry about it, how it's going to be short. I had planned on live streaming it for a little while, and like I said, I got it to where I was going to have to meet my friend at, and it just wasn't going to work out for you guys at all. Like, I could do it, but it was either have no audio at all other than the game, or Oh, I gotta stop. Either have no audio for you guys but the game, or have audio talk to you guys and be talking over all the background noise, and it just wasn't gonna be kind of worth it at that point, because I'd just be giving away the quality of the video on top of how rusty I am as is. I'm pretty sure you guys already noticed how rusty I am quite a bit. But that's another thing I'll be working on. I kind of get back in the groove of getting better with my videos and my different series. And this video won't have an intro like on my other ones. I'm going to have to dig that back out again. We weighed 70,849 pounds. So we're going to get back on our way. We have 123 miles left. We have about just short of 2.5 hours left on our trip. We're expected in at 2:22 as of right now, before we get stuck behind these 18-wheelers trying to get back into traffic. But we're gonna go ahead and got mirrors, we're good. I get, oh, that was a long payment. I was about to say, how did I get a ticket? Because I'm not even going 40 on the freeway yet. Yeah, more about that truck school. I thought it was pretty great. I'm not saying all truck schools are going to be like that if you ever go to one, but basically the first week we were doing a week of classes. The basic classes you needed to get your permit for. And then after that, the second week we were doing backing tests, or getting ready for your backing test. You pretty much, if there's a truck open, which they had about 4 trucks for backing open, then they had about another 5 or 6 other trucks that you were actually doing road tests on. So the second week you would go and you had 1 truck that you were doing straight backing. Pretty much what it sounds like. You pull forward and you back in a straight line. You had 1 truck for off-center backing, and that's where it kind of backs straight up, and then you shift over to your left or right. And then you had 2 trucks for the 90-degree backing. And you kind of back straight back up, and you back up to the left, because you never really want to back to the right unless you have no choice. That is then called blindside backing, because you can not see anything hardly out of that right side of the truck. And if you ever seen any of those posters or pictures or anything when you were growing up, which I'm sure you have, where it showed the blind sides of the truck and you seen how big that cone was on the right side of the truck, that's why you can see out of your mirror on your passenger side if you angle your mirrors and stuff like that right. And that's basically all you're seeing out of that side of the truck. If you're in the middle of a right-hand turn or something like that, that trailer's blocking behind you. So you're looking straight at the trailer, so that's even less that you're seeing. And that's why you would always want to back on the left, because you can stick your head out the driver door. You can open the driver door and hang out if you had to see what you're backing into. And it's actually pretty easy to back it, because you just watch your rear trailer tires and kind of go from there. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting hiccups all of a sudden. And we're going to come around here real quick. Not sure why you're rolling so slow. Of course, I'm speeding a little bit here, but we got somewhere to be. We We are coming into Flagstaff soon, looks like. I'll go ahead and pass this service station and rest stop. We are going to go ahead and back off the gas just a little bit here. So we're not as likely to get to. I hope I don't. And check the map again really quick. Oh yeah, we got, at least on the map, a few more curves and we're going to be into Kingman. So we are getting pretty close there game time wise. Pull that up again. Yeah, we got just under 60 miles, a little over an hour game time. And you see we actually did make a couple minutes there. We are up to about 2:19. Should be when we get there. Just trying to kind of keep on trucking down the road. And one thing I do run with American Truck Sim is air brake simulation. So, you know, if you use your air brakes too much on here, it's just like real life. You'd have to sit there and wait for your air to build back up. And the reason that is 18-wheelers, instead of having drum brakes like ours, they have air brakes. And if you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, it's basically the brake pads are held away from the inside of the wheels by air pressure. And whenever that air starts going away, those brakes start getting closer and closer to the wheels, and once you're low enough on air, they basically lock down and they stay there until the air pressure builds back up to get them off again. And that's why if you're ever out in town, or if you remember going to school and you ride the bus, the drivers will always sit there and pump their brakes because they're getting air out of their brakes, so they stay locked and they know that the brakes won't slip and their vehicle get rolling down the road while they're out of it and doing whatever they need to be doing. The only thing I don't like is in real life, all we would do would be to kind of stand on the accelerator a little bit, build up your RPMs, and now you got your air build up a little bit faster. American Truck Sim, you're pretty much just stuck sitting there until the game says, okay, you got enough air, you can go again. Because I actually tested that out the first time or two that happened to me. Because I was backing up and I just backed up so many times I lost air and it wouldn't let me move. So I thought, well, I learned this at truck school, you know, I'm going to go ahead and see if this works. I tried it and it did not work at all. I was quite frustrated that I couldn't do that, and I was just kind of stuck there. So if I get to where I can't park at all, backing up on and recording, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that off so we ain't gotta deal with that. But this first trip here with you guys, I'm just gonna go into a straight in parking spot. I'm not gonna try to do any 90-degree backing, because that sometimes does take me 2 or 3 tries. I have got it the first try, but I just sit here and kind of go through all that right now.